Hello and welcome to the Tainted Tavern, and today I have another tobacco review for you. Pipe tobacco review, of course. I don't do those dodgy cigarettes. But this is a very aged pipe tobacco. It's also a very strong pipe tobacco, probably one of the strongest pipe tobaccos I have in my cellar. My cellar's not huge anymore. It once used to be, but when I gave up cigarette smoking, I sort of pushed pipes aside as well for a while, because I think I've said this before, I was worried that the pipe would lead me back down the slippery slope towards cigarette smoking, and I really needed to quit cigarette smoking. I was a total addict. Cigarettes defined me. I was smoking all day and every day, going through a lot. Anyway, I've given up cigarettes now for 6 years. I've come back on the pipe over the last 6 months, maybe. But during the period away from the hobby, or the habit, whatever you want to call it, but during the time away from the hobby, and I think of it as an hobby, during the time away, I gave away a lot of pipes and a heck of a lot of tobacco, and I really regret that now as I'm trying to build up my cellar. At one time I had a collection which numbered more than 50 for pipes, and now I'm down to about a core 20-25 pipes. Some of my favourite pipes, some that have sentimental value to me. Such as the Basil Meadows pipe I smoked recently that I showed you, because Basil gave me that as a gift. I'd never gift anything that was given to me as a gift, and it's a really good smoker. So anyway, last night I looked through my cellar and I found this tin of Samuel Gawith Black XX Finest Kendall Twist, and the puppy's playing up a moment. She's in every video lately. So this Samuel Gawith Black XX Finest Kendall Twist. So I'm trying to figure out when I bought this. All I know is it was a long time ago, and I'm confident to say there's probably more than 10 years of age on this. I remember when I first had it, I smoked a bit of it because I was intrigued, because it's a rope or a twist tobacco, whatever you want to call it. So out of the tin, it looks like something that she would leave on the stairs. So there we have it, the tobacco. I remember smoking one bowl of this when I got it. Now, if you can see the consistency of this tobacco, it's dark fired Virginia, and it's rolled, twisted into a twist tobacco or a rope, whatever you want to call it. If you can see the consistency of that, I don't know where the camera's picking that up. But anyway, the reasoning behind this was back in the 19th century and into the 20th century, this type of tobacco was favoured by people working in industries where smoking was limited. These days, smoking is limited everywhere. But back then, for instance, coal miners couldn't smoke underground because of the risk of explosion. So they'd have this tobacco with them, because not only can it be smoked, it can also be bitten off and chewed. I've not tried that. I have chewed tobacco in the past, but regular chewing tobacco. I've never tried chewing this. I will smoke this. Now, as I say, this is a very, very strong tobacco. It's high in nicotine, high in flavour, but high in taste too. And when I first had this, going back all those years, I tried a bowl of it. It was fresh, and from memory I wasn't really keen. It was an unusual taste. It was meaty. It was just a bit too much for me. But last night when I found this in my cellar, I cut off a piece and I smoked a bowl of this with this 10 years of age, or 10 plus years I should say. Oh my god, it was wonderful. So I'm going to smoke another bowl of this today now, for this review. So I'm just going to talk a little bit more about how to prepare this tobacco. As you can see, if I pulled a clump off there and it's still rock solid, I can't even part it. So the way this recommended, most people in the YouTube pipe community, when talking about a rope or a twist tobacco, will recommend cutting off little coins and then dropping them into a bowl. That's too much of a faff for me. So what I do, I get a scissors, and you will see now how hard this is when I try and cut a piece of this off. So I'll get a scissors or a sharp knife, and I'll just cut away at the end of it. There we are. So that has given me now, I've taken a few cuts there, so that has given me now, put the flake one side. That has given me some broken type tobacco leaves. Now this is quite, you can't have that, it'll blow your head off. This is quite dry because, as I say, it's had more than 10 years of age on it, but I believe when I first had it, it was quite moist, so if you cut out a new piece, you're going to have to leave it to dry for a little while. But this now, by just a little bit more preparation of rubbing, is ready to pop into the pipe and take out to the bothy of broken dreams, because the wife's home. Confession, last night the wife was away for the evening, so I smoked a bowl of this in my office. Oh, it was lovely. It really, with a good, I drank it with a malt whiskey, a peated whiskey, a whiskey from Islay, a Lefroy, and they really accompanied each other well. Today I'm going to be drinking it. It's going to be this evening that I'm going to do the extra smoking when I come home from work, so I'll probably drink it with a glass of beer, because it's June now, June the 18th, I believe, and it's a lovely sunny day. It looks like the weather's back, so I will enjoy this later. But anyway, that's check on the internet this morning before I decided to do this review, because, as I say, it's been 10 years since I've got this tobacco, so I didn't know if it was still available, and it is still available. So if this review here does intrigue you to want to try this style of tobacco, then you can pick some up. GQ Tobacco's stock Samuel Gawith products, as do my smoking shop. Most online tobaccos will stock Samuel Gawith, they're well known. So anyway, that's Black Double X Finest Kendal Twist, also known as Irish Twist. There's also a brown version of this, so I assume it's called Brown Double X Finest Kendal Twist. I've not tried the brown. Now, you think the black would be strongest, but from what I've been reading, the brown is actually the strongest of the two tobacco. But this is strong enough. Believe me, last night I smoked it, and I was really getting the sensation from the nicotine content within this tobacco. But the taste had really improved. The aging of this tobacco had improved it. So people say aging of tobaccos doesn't make a difference. I beg to differ. It certainly does make a difference. So anyway, that's Samuel Gawith. How do you pronounce it? Is it Gawith or Gareth? Gawith. Samuel Gawith, Black Double X, Finest Kendal Twist. Let's retire to the smoking bothy, my friends, and spark up a bowl.
It's me, George Burns. For a guy who used to smoke cigars, even in the shower, I never thought I'd get real smoking satisfaction from a pipe tobacco. But this Sir Walter Raleigh is terrific. Made from all burley tobacco, mellow, rich, really a quality smoke. Terrific. And the pouch matches my shower curtains.
The quality pipe tobaccos of America.
Ice cold, Cheryl. Doomba. Flakes that I rubbed out earlier in a Big Ben Briar. Doomba is a nice pint. Right. Let's get this monster going.
As I watch the sun descending and the birds fly home to rest, in the hush when day is ending, that's the hour when I feel blessed. Smoking my pipe.
It's like a cigar.
Smoking my pipe.
And not just any old cigar, but a good cigar. Cuban leaf. that peppery aftertaste.
Like a whisper through the cornfield comes a gentle evening breeze. At the doorway of my cottage I recall old memories. Smoking my pipe, smoking my pipe. Those far off places beyond the blue, familiar faces that once I knew. I recall those days behind me and the happiness they meant.
Strength is there in terms of nicotine and flavour. Serene sits amongst the plants, that brazen-faced old optimist. For him dark days do not exist, that brazen-faced old optimist.
Every sundown you will find me with a heart that is content, smoking my pipe, smoking my pipe. You remember the first time we met? You were the only one in that railway carriage who didn't like me smoking my dear old pipe.
This is very, very nice, but very, very strong.
Compromise, I opened the window. What a lovely surprise you gave me on our wedding day. A tobacco jar.
The old English bulldog are you, Maddie? Can I eat you, Bob? She's not a lover of the eat. You. Well, stay under the umbrella. Stay under the umbrella, you silly girl. Wave. Oh, go on in, baby. This does accompany the beer well, though. Doombar Amber Ale, 4.3%. Chilled, not freezing, but chilled. It's nice. Getting down the bottom of the bowl now, there's no gurgling. It's a very dry smoke. See, although it initially takes a little while to get it going when you first light it, once it's going, it's going. There ain't no going back.
How I remember each smile and tear as life's December is drawing near. Time's old ever-moving finger closes one more day, but yet, while such thoughts as mine can linger, I'll have nothing to regret. Smoking my pipe, smoking my pipe, smoking my pipe.
Samuel Gawith, Black Double X, Finest, Kendall Flake. A tobacco that'll sort the men out from the boys. Once you get the bottom of the bowl, that's when you start getting the real richness of taste. That cigar leaf becomes creamy. And this Big Ben pipe is a good briar. It's a lovely stain as well. I don't know how well the camera is picking up that, but it's got lovely stain and grain on the briar itself. Quite beautiful. I do like an handsome looking pipe. As I say, pipe smoking is a world of contradictions. Where I say I like an handsome, good looking grain, and yet I tend to smoke Falcons more than any other pipe, which are more utilitarian pipes than anything else. But I think the falcons have a beauty all of their own, but this is lovely. It's gonna need another light. I'm enjoying this. Peace with the world. Good beer. Bowl of strong tobacco. Fish swimming in the pond behind you. Can hear the water trickling. Something relaxing. That's what pipe smoking should be. Relaxing. It puts you almost in a meditative state. Meditative or not, Samuel Gawith, Black Double X, if not treated with respect, could put you in a comatose state. Wow, this is strong. So that's Samuel Gawith. Black Double X, Doomba, cheers, Yakida, come again soon. This is not going to be for everyone. If you're not aromatic, you're not going to go for this. Slow burning. Delicious. But not for everyone. So I say it's not for everyone. If you tend to favour aromatics, you're not gonna like this. Or even if you just like English blends, Latakia heavy blends, this may not necessarily be to your taste. This is a very strong, potent tobacco in terms of nicotine, in terms of taste, in terms of flavour. It's not complex in terms of flavour. It's got one major flavour, then it does that really well, and that's a cigar taste, like a Cuban cigar, a really good cigar. But it's good. It wouldn't be something that I would have as a really regular smoke because of all the preparation, the cutting out and whatever. But for now and then, if I fancy something, I could imagine this just sort of filling the gap. I've got hiccups now from the sheer amount of nicotine in this blend, nickups as they call them. But imagine on a winter night this would be superb. It's a warming smoke. On day like today, I think it beautiful day, something much more mellow would suffice. That's not to say I'm not enjoying this, I am. It's just that strength is quite tremendous, and I do like strong tobaccos. I mean, I recently reviewed 8H Dark Fire Flake. That's a strong tobacco. It was one of the strongest. I think it was actually the strongest that McBaron used to do, but that's nothing compared to this. We got a light, it burns well. It's slow. It's mellow in the sense that it doesn't bite, but in strength and potency, it's anything but mellow.